I've been using SOMA Recovery's Pro Ice Barrel every day to find out if it's any good. My name's Jake and I'm always looking for new ways to improve my life. Can SOMA Recovery's Pro Ice Barrel live up to the task? To answer this, we need to know what cold therapy has to offer. Taking a cold plunge is said to reduce muscle soreness, decrease inflammation, reduce pain, and speed up recovery. This will lead to improved workouts and a greater sense of well-being. Join me as I put SOMA Recovery's Pro Ice Barrel to the test to find out if it's worth buying. When I first unboxed my ice barrel, I was very impressed by the sturdiness of the rubberized wool. It feels built to last. Pumping up the barrel was surprisingly quick, and I was able to get to filling it up with water in minutes. When I tried my first cold plunge, I found it hard to get into the water, and this was with the water being only 20 degrees C. Once I was inside the barrel, it felt like there was plenty of room, and after a while of getting used to the water, I felt like I could relax. After a couple of sessions using the ice barrel, I realised that you really want to be selective of where you set up your ice barrel. Make sure that you have access to a drain or an easy place to empty the ice barrel, as once it's filled, it's very heavy. And when I decided that I wanted to move my barrel closer to an outside drain, I had to fully drain the barrel and move it once empty. Looking at the design and features of the Pro Ice Barrel, SOMA promotes its rigid tempo lock technology as one of the key features. But what does this even mean? Inside the rubberized walls of the ice barrel, there are ridges, and these ridges create pockets of air. This air acts as a thermal shield for the water inside the barrel, protecting that water at the current temperature that it is. In practice, I found my water to stay at around 20 degrees, which is about the temperature that it came out the tap. Despite using the ice barrel on one of the hottest days of the year, the water stayed at this temperature. This will prove very useful when using a chiller in conjunction with the ice barrel, also meaning that less energy is needed to maintain the cold water. The ice barrel itself is sturdy and makes me feel safe that it won't burst while I'm using it. I like how easy the lid can be clipped on and removed as needed, and being able to deflate the ice bath for storage or for taking it round a friend's house is a nice addition. I found the setup of the ice barrel to be very simple. Inflating the barrel and the lid only took minutes. The air pump's nozzle simply rotates into place and it didn't take very long to pump up. Once filled with water, I did find that the bottom of the ice barrel was a little bit slippery, but the slipperiness did not cause me any issues. The outlet valve is very handy for emptying the bath, as you can leave it open and come back later when it's empty. This valve and the input valve will become much more useful if you're using a chiller, but for my purposes, I mainly used it for emptying the ice barrel. I found that using the ice barrel seemed to bring out the soreness from my previous day's workout. I felt that it was speeding up the healing process, and it was quite a strange experience. Not too long after taking an ice bath, then having a hot shower, I could feel the muscle soreness come on, and it would seem to heal up quickly after the next night's sleep. On my second day of using the ice barrel, I tried to move it whilst fully filled, and it was so heavy that it hurt my back. Not only was my back hurting, but I started getting shooting pains down my legs. And this was until I took a dunk in the ice barrel. After staying in the barrel for 10 minutes, I noticed that my back pain had completely gone. So if you do have any lingering aches or pains from your daily life, using the ice barrel is a great way to relieve the pain. Just don't go trying to move a fully filled ice barrel beforehand. During my 7-day ice bath challenge, I used the ice barrel to help me recover enough to try and run a new distance of 10k. The ice barrel did succeed in helping reduce my soreness in my feet and allowed me to hit my goal. So there is some real potential for speeding up your recovery with cold plunges. Using the ice barrel on a daily basis has been an easy experience. When it comes to comfort, the barrel was comfortable to sit in, and I found it quite a relaxing experience once I got used to the temperature of the water. When I wanted to stay submerged, I did have to push my feet against the side of the barrel to keep myself underwater. While this was a bit of an awkward position to be in, it wasn't uncomfortable. I have been taking cold plunges for between 5 to 15 minutes each session, and I don't think I would need to stay any longer. The barrel has been keeping the water at a consistent 20 degrees, and this has been plenty cold for me. The times that I have stayed in for longer than 15 minutes, I have come out a shivering mess. Right now, the SOMA Recovery Pro Ice Barrel is currently on offer at £299. And at this price point, it actually comes in cheaper than other similar ice bars on the market. For this price, I feel that you want to make an agreement with yourself to commit to using the ice barrel on a regular basis. The SOMA Pro Ice Barrel costs the same as my barbell, and I feel both these pieces of equipment provide an excellent tool to add to your home gym. For those of you who are a bit worried about committing to an ice bar routine, SOMA do offer a much cheaper budget alternative for only $39.99. Overall, it has been a great experience to try out the SOMA Recovery Pro Ice Barrel. This has been my first experience with using my own ice barrel, and I have loved having the option for cold water therapy at home. SOMA have delivered on creating an ice barrel that feels like it's built to last, and I look forward to continuing my journey into cold water therapy. If you would like to pick up a SOMA Recovery Pro Ice Barrel for yourself with a discount whilst helping support the channel, then click the link in the description below.